Guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. Of course, if you have not been here before, I'm a makeup addict or a makeup lover, whatever you would like to call me. I cover everything here on my channel from drugstore all the way up to luxury. So that is something that you think you would like. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. It's in the red. Also hit the little bell notification beside it if you want to stay up to date with my videos. That is the best way because you guys know I'm not the most frequent uploader. I tell you in every video. And also hit the like button if you do like my content. It really does help my channel out. Commenting, any kind of interaction helps me out. But yeah, that's my little spiel. In today's video, we're going to be trying some YesStyle makeup. So some K-beauty, basically makeup that I received from YesStyle. I am an affiliate or a YesStyle influencer is what they call it, but I just like saying an affiliate with them. So any of the links, if you do shop down below, I do get a small commission. I'm going to tell you guys that up front. It does help me out because, you know, I'm a small channel. I don't make money from YouTube. So if you purchase from my links, I really appreciate it. But you totally don't have to. You can combine my rewards code Shannon Shaw. I'll put that up on the screen for you guys. You can combine that with any coupon codes going on the website as well. There's always coupon codes, so you can get like an extra discount by using my code, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm not going to blab too much. I really want to get into actually putting some of these products on. I have worn them before. Actually, the thumbnail for this video is from the other day when I first tried these products out. So if you're curious why this look might be a little bit different, that's why. But yeah, we're going to play with it again. I'll tell you my thoughts on some of the products I use. And yeah, keep watching if you are interested. Okay guys, so like I said, I have worked with YesStyle a bit. My last video I'll throw up in the cards. It was actually more of a clothing video. And I do have another one of those actually coming up soon whenever I get the package, but we're just going to play with makeup today. So this is K-beauty makeup. I do have one product here and I'm putting it up like it's all in Korean anyways. You can't even tell what it's saying. But I do have one product here that was a sponsored product. So if you are a YesStyle influencer or are you familiar at all with how the program works, you can basically each day or like whenever they run out of a product, they have a different product each day. It can be clothing item. It can be a clothing item, it could be a makeup item, it could be an accessory, but basically they give you the option of picking a product to get for free for content. This was on there. I don't usually actually claim any of the items because shipping to Canada is kind of pricey. It's better than it was, but it's still a little bit pricey because of COVID. So I was placing this order. They gave me a code to get all these products basically sent to me. I didn't pay anything for them, but I decided to throw this product on. Now, I don't tend to use a lot of hand creams, but because we are using a lot of hand sanitizer, I thought this might be something good to grab since I actually had like no hand cream. It's from a brand called Day Mellow Sweet Oceanic. I'm not sure what that pronunciation is, but it's supposed to be 20% shea butter and it's a perfumed hand cream. So if you don't like a scented product, you probably wouldn't like this. I can say this reminds me of another scent and I don't know what it is. It's not like my favorite scent ever, but I will say it does feel really nice on the hands. And I do like products with shea butter. I find them pretty moisturizing. And it is something that I do that's kind of the consistency. It is something, like I said, that I did need in my collection. So I don't mind having this at all. It was pretty inexpensive. I feel like it was like I think it was like $5 or something. It might have been a little bit more than that, but it wasn't very expensive in Canadian dollars. Like it was under 10 bucks. And you do get, how much product is in here? Does it tell me? It probably does, but everything is in Korean. Okay, no, it does tell me 150 grams or 1.76 ounces. So it's a decent amount of hand cream and like it's a nice size product. So I don't mind that at all. Again, you can use my code if you want to save a little bit on that as well as a coupon code, but that was kind of the sponsored product I got. Okay, so next we're going to actually dive into the makeup. So for foundation, I actually got a Misha Magic Cushion Cover Lasting foundation. So this is number 23. This does have SPF 50 in it and it has a shelf life of 12 months. So that is the packaging, really cute. It's kind of like a pink color. And if you haven't seen these cushions before, it's got the mirror, this little thing, which I'm not going to use. And then I actually opened it up. So it's the product right there. It looks quite dark, but it's actually not too bad. If you're curious, it actually doesn't match me too bad, but if you are a little bit lighter than me, I would go for like a shade down. Of course, there isn't a ton of shades because this is a Korean beauty brand. Typically, they only have like 3 to 4 shades, so that's just kind of how it is, K-beauty. So just be aware, if you are deeper, you're probably not going to find your shade, unfortunately. I'm surprised Misha hasn't expanded more because they are kind of in the US and Canada a little bit, so I'm a little bit surprised on that. Now, I don't have a primer. I'm actually going to go in with the Glow Lust Radiant Luminizer by Auric. This is Samantha Ravndal's brand. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know, unless you've been living under a rock, that this is her brand.
What, do you live under a rock?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go in with this guy. I have the shade Morganite, which is actually the lightest shade of the product. If you are curious, there are 7 different shades in this guy. Not that maybe you care because this isn't about Auric, but I'm gonna pump out about that much, and we're gonna put that on my face. I'm gonna use the Anastasia at Beverly Hills A30. So this brush right here. I'm actually cleaning a lot of my brushes right now, so that's why we're using this one. This product is really nice. I haven't done a video on it yet. I kind of want to play with it like a little bit more. I know there's like a ton of videos though already out, so I'm sure if you want to know more about this product, you can find any of those videos. You don't really need me for a review, but I may still do one just because, I mean, I did spend a lot on these products. This is a fairly expensive brand. I will say I do like this a lot. I find it more moisturizing than the Charlotte Tilbury, and it's a little less metallic, which I personally like for under my foundation. So I just wanted to have a little bit of a glow under this guy today, so that's why we are doing that. So I might actually, I think I'm going to go in with the pad and then I'm going to blend it out with my brush. I meant to bring my microfiber sponge out that I have from AOA and I didn't, and I'm too lazy to actually go get it. So we're just going to roll with this. So I'm going to go in with this and just kind of tap it on my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with my brush and see how that does. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to dip this in. It's pretty, it's definitely, there's like quite a bit coming off. This was a decent, like nice medium coverage when I wore it the other day. Yeah, you can see that, like, oh, it has such a nice radiant finish to it. I really, really like that. And I may actually just kind of work this in with this product for now. And actually just work this in with this sponge right now because it's working decently. And then I'll go over it maybe with a brush. I could have probably, I'm gonna go over my lips a bit. I know it's gonna give me like concealer lips, but it is what it is. I want to make sure I get everywhere on my mouth because I sometimes miss that area if I don't do concealer lips. This spreads quite nicely. Like, I felt like you only had to go in this a little bit to get enough product. Like, you can see, like, isn't that pretty? It is, I will say, a little bit yellow for me. I typically like something a little more pink, and this is a little bit more yellow than I would like it. You can kind of tell. I thought this was supposed to be more of like a pink undertone, but I mean, I couldn't really read it, so I didn't really know what I was getting. It's kind of hard to tell when you're buying from YesStyle, and there's only usually, like I said, like 3 shades available. Doesn't that look beautiful? It looks so pretty and radiant and dewy. It's something I really like about this. I find it is buildable too. Not that you really need to build it up that much. This is definitely like a high, medium, even like full coverage product. So if you are looking for something that's a cushion that has good coverage, this has great coverage, which I was actually kind of shocked because I used to use these kind of compacts when I lived in Korea, and I always found they were kind of like light coverage. They were pretty, but they were always kind of light coverage for sure. I find it looks so healthy on the skin. It is a little bit off, like I said, in undertone, but I can make it work. But it is beautiful. It has such a pretty, like, dewy kind of finish to it. I really do like it. I am going to put a little bit of concealer on. I don't have a concealer, so we're going to have to use a different concealer. What am I going to use? And I'm just going to actually take my brush and just kind of go around a couple areas. I'm really impressed by that product. I was the first time I used it too, so you know what? I think I'm just gonna leave. I don't think I'm gonna put a concealer on because I got a decent coverage with that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put a concealer on. I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I'm actually gonna go in with the powder. The powder that I picked out is the Eglips. It's Eglips. I'm not sure how to say that. It's the Blur Powder Packed, and I got the shade 21. I got this in a lighter shade, which is actually good because I think this is like slightly too dark for me, so I'm kind of glad I got the lighter shade. So I'm gonna grab a brush. What brush do I want to use here? So I'm going to go in with a Laura Lee Los Angeles L12 brush, and I'm going to put this under my eyes, and then I'm going to take a bigger brush and put this all over. So that's what the powder looks like. So I'm just going to go under here, and this is supposed to be like a light kind of blurring powder. And you can tell it definitely does some blurring. I actually really enjoyed this powder too the other day when I tried it. And I actually, okay, so you guys, have you heard about Becca Cosmetics? So it was just posted like the other day. And I seen Angelica Neckfist talk about the new like light shifter like skin tint as well as the powder, and like she was like really liking it. I had been so curious about those products and had them in my cart so many times. And I seen that and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna place a small Sephora order and throw those products on there because I really have been liking that Glowless product, but I kind of wanted like a skin tint that was similar. So I thought I would try it since, I don't know, I got all nostalgic and was like, Becca's closing. I know they haven't been doing that well, but they're such like an OG brand that it's like weird to think about them being gone. So I don't know. I threw those on. So I'll probably do a review on those products at some point. I am excited to try them, but I have to say, I wonder if the powder is going to be as good as this. I really like this powder. I think it's really pretty. Like, I think it's like lightweight enough that you still see some of the glow through your skin, but it does like blur things out. Doesn't that look pretty? Like, I actually was really impressed by this powder. I don't know this brand. It's actually a brand I've never heard tell of, but it was an option when I was picking out products, and I thought it would go good with that compact, with the Misha foundation. Why can't I think of having issues? I'm sorry if my concealer lips are bothering you, by the way, too, but, you know, I probably got, like, stuff in my lips from that, in the corners of my lips. We'll just blend it in a little bit. It's okay, because we're actually going to be using a glossy, like, lip tint here in a little bit, so it'll be fine. But, yeah, I like those two products. This brush, by the way, is a Morphe MUA Life, part of that brush set. You can't get it separately. I think they have 1,000 brushes though that are very similar. P.S. Does anyone else use, when they can't find a wipe, does anyone else use baby wipes? Because I use these sometimes for like removing makeup and stuff. Not for my face, but like for the rest of my skin, or if I'm doing swatches, they work just like a makeup wipe. Just saying. Okay, so I want to actually put on a little bit of brows because I hate my face with no brows. So I did get a brow product from them. It's by I can't say any of these brands. It's APIEU, and this is the Skinny Brow Cara. Instead of mascara, Brow Cara. It's kind of a play on words, I guess. I don't know what shade I actually purchased. Like, what was the shade on here? Yeah, I'm not sure the shade. Do check my description box though, because I can go on the website when I'm going to link everything. I'll link it down below. I'll put what shade this is. Because this is actually a really good shade for me. I love the little wand on it, but this shade is actually really nice for my brows. It's probably one of the better shades that I've found for my brows. But I'm actually just going to lightly put this through my brows. If you want a more natural looking brow, you could literally just put this in your brow if you have some brow hairs, because I actually think it does a pretty good job. Yeah, doesn't that do a pretty good job? Like if you just wanted like a light something in your brows, I think it does a pretty good job. Same thing on this side. But yeah, just putting that product in the brows, I think it does a fairly nice job. This is a good brow product. Like, I'm actually quite impressed by this. I would be curious to try any other brow products they have, but I think it's actually quite nice. Okay, so I went ahead and finished up my brows. I didn't have a brow pencil, but I went with my CoverGirl. Is this the Ultra Fine? I think it's Ultra Fine brow pencil. And mine's in 710 Soft Brown. I use this all the time. I have a full video using this. So if you do want to see that, I'll link that. But yeah, I just use that to do some finishing touches, and then I put a little bit more of this brow product through my brows, but I think it's nice. My brows aren't perfect. I wasn't frigging with them all night. I'm filming this in the evening, so it's going to come off, but I think all in all, it turned out good. And if you didn't want to use a brow pencil, I think you could get away with just using this product, which is nice. Next though, again, I'm not doing anything extravagant in this video for makeup. But next I'm going to go in with the Jewel Potent Eye Glitter. And this is by Moni? Is it Moni? No, it's Mcqueen. It says, I don't know, it says Moni, but it's by Mcqueen, New York, which I am familiar with Mcqueen as a brand. I actually got their waterproof like eyeliner pen, which I'm going to try. I haven't tried that actually. But yeah, we're going to go in with this. So this is by Mcqueen is the actual brand. And it is an eye glitter. They have 3 different shades. I got the shade Retro Ruby. So I did wear this the other day. I thought it was really pretty. It's nice for a like one and done eye look. So this is what the actual like the packaging looks like. Super pretty, kind of like the same idea you'd think of as like a Stila liquid glitter. It does have there's no flat sides. It's just like a round wand. And I'll put a little bit of it right there. So that's what the product looks like. It does have a bit of a base to it, and it has like really fine kind of silver glitters. It's not as opaque as others I've tried, but it is like really pretty, and it does work for like a one and done look. So if it is something you're looking for, I know they have lots of brands on there that carry products like this. This one lasted really well throughout the day, and it didn't crease. It dried down nicely, so I have nothing to like really say bad about it. And I'm actually just going to apply that on my eye. You can see it applies like nicely. I just use the wand. And you can do kind of whatever you want. You don't have to use the wand. You could probably use a finger. I'm gonna actually tap it out a bit with my finger. I just want like a light wash on here today, but you can not do that and it'll give you a little bit more opaqueness, but I just kind of want to have a little bit of sparkle. So that's really pretty, right? Like it just gives you a little something something on the eyes. So it's great for those like one and done looks. If you want to do something one and done, or if you want to like cut the crease, you can do that with this and just not blend it out as much. Because you can see it's a little bit more opaque if you don't do that, but I don't know. I think it's a nice product. It lasts really well. It has very fine glitter, so it doesn't like come down and fall all over your face, which I personally appreciate. I hate when there's like big glitters in a product and it falls everywhere. Yeah, and that's literally all I'm gonna do with the eyes. But it's pretty, right? Like it's nice for like a one and done look. And I would actually purchase more of these. I think it's a nice product. I have no issue with the product at all, actually. So it is different. It's not, like I said, as big glitters as you would see in like a Stila glitter, but other than that, I think it's a pretty product. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this Mcqueen liquid liner. I'm really scared. Oh, that looks really nice. Like there's no bleeding. Okay. I'm not a pro at liquid liner, guys, so don't hate on me if I suck at this. I'm gonna start from here. And I'm actually just gonna bring this across first. All right, so I'm actually gonna clean this up just a little bit and do the other side, and then I will come back. Okay guys, so I finished off the eyeliner and I did like the lower lash line with some of the glittery shade. I'm not obsessed with this. I think it's good. It's a really nice black and you can tell that it's gonna stay put. The one thing that I have an issue with is I'm not a pro, so these are not like even wings. I'm not gonna lie. They're not even at all. But the one thing I don't like about this is you can't really, it starts to dry down and then it's hard to like actually go over parts that are dry. I much prefer something that I can fix a mistake really easily. But I think if you're really good at wing liner, you will like this. It does have a brush tip though on it. It's not a felt tip, and it is harder to get that point on the end. I don't know if you can tell that I had a bit of issues with getting that point. The one thing I'll say is to maybe let it dry and then go back in to try to correct it instead of keep trying to go over it, because it will catch. But it's not bad overall, and I mean, I think it did a decent job going over that kind of glitter shadow, which some products don't, so I will get use out of this. I do prefer, though, the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof one, which is, like, really inexpensive. This is inexpensive, too, but I would just prefer to buy the Wet n Wild one, but it does work. I mean, it did the job. But yeah, I just put a white kind of liner, nothing from this haul in here, and then I did go in with that Jewel Pot shadow just underneath to match up with the eyes. But now we're going to go in with a contour. So I have this is the Misha, this is also by Misha, and it's the Cotton Contour in Smoked Hazel. They had like different shades of this. I heard Taylor Wynn actually talk about this specific shade and say that it was quite nice. So I thought I would pick this up and try it. And I'm going to go in with that on F23 brush. This is from Blinged Brushes, and it's the Paige Corinne collaboration. So I'm just going to dot into that. This is a nice shade, I think, for someone that's like lighter skin toned, or even if you were fair, I think this would work for you. It blends beautifully. I used it the other day and I was like, ooh, this is a really nice contour. So I can see why Taylor recommended this, because it is really nice. I know she's really fair, so if you are more on the fair or light side, I think you would like this shade. And I'm gonna bring this down here and around my chin. I want to hide that semi-double chin that I'm getting. I really need to, I know you're probably gonna make fun of me, but you guys obviously know I had a baby last year in March, and I just feel like I need to lose a little bit of baby weight. I have that kind of baby body right now, I feel like you could call it. Like, I'm not super stoked about my shape right now. I'm a bit bigger than I was, which obviously is to be expected, I know, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't bother me. And it definitely bothers me. I don't feel as good as I used to about my body. Obviously it was worth it. I have my son, and that's what's most important, but we're still allowed to feel inadequate, I guess I could say, about our bodies, and that's kind of how I feel about mine. Obviously I need to work on losing weight, which I haven't. I've just been kind of doing whatever I feel like. And a lot of times I will eat at night when I have free time. I'll be like, ooh, I'm gonna snack. It's really hard to stop doing, though. I'm sure anyone that diets knows that. I've never really had a diet. I've always been kind of smaller. And you're probably like, oh, poor you. But yeah, it's hard. It's a hard adjustment to change out like how you eat, especially if you're like stressed out or you got things going on. And I'm going back to work soon, which is kind of stressing me out because I don't want to leave my son, but I need to also make money, so I have to leave him. Okay, so that's that contour. I really, really like that. I think it's super, super beautiful. I am going to throw on some Catrice Sungasm, this luminizing bronzer over top. Okay, I finished that up really quickly. So now we're going to go in with a cream blush that they sent over. And this is by the brand Juicy Pang. It is a blush, and it is in the shade Guava. They had quite a few, I think, shades of this available. I thought this was so cool. It's in like a nail polish bottle, and it actually has like a nail polish applicator. Like, it's a little blush on the end. Super, super pretty. I'm going to apply this, just dab it on, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. This is the Complexion Duo. I like this end of the brush for applying cream blushes. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to actually just like dab it on the skin. I have used this before, so I know that it applies decently. And it blends out quite nice, so I know that I'm going to get a nice bit of color, and it also doesn't really lift product, which I appreciate. Because usually products like this will lift up the product underneath. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful color? I like to put a little bit, like the access around this area. Isn't that super pretty though? I am shocked. It feels so good too going on. Like it has a really nice kind of almost like liquid serum-y texture. It leaves such a pretty, I want to get more of these actually. It's like one of the hit products from this that I tried out. And you can apply a generous amount and it's not too much in my opinion. I like really Wabam blush though. So if you don't like Wabam blush, you may want to apply a little less. I'm going to put some over there because I did go a little bit ham there. And I personally like to take my blush sometimes up along here. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I think that's so pretty. And I like to put a little bit down here and on the nose. Oh, this is like the hit, I think, of all of the products that I got. It just blends so pretty. Don't you like that? Oh, I'm obsessed. If you're buying anything from YesStyle, pick up one of these Juicy Pang blushers. I hope I'm saying that right, but pick one of these up. Again, this is the shade Guava. It's a beautiful dewy pink shade. It goes over powder, you can see really quite well, which is nice because a lot of liquid blushes don't, but it is literally so stunning. Okay, the next product I'm going to talk about is, I don't like this and I really don't want to apply it because I feel like it's going to ruin my makeup. But we're going to try to apply a little bit. It's Feel So Champagne. It's a jelly lime highlighter by Holika Holika, which I have heard tell of them. So it looks really pretty. Like, look how beautiful it looks. But it's really liquidy and quite glittery. Like, let me just... It's got that jelly texture, which is cool. But yeah, if I put it on my hand, it's really liquidy and like kind of see-through and just very glittery. And it stays kind of like tacky and wet for a while, which I am not crazy about with highlighters. I honestly prefer powder highlighters, so I'm not like crazy about this, but I am gonna tap. I'm actually gonna put a little bit on this end. Hold on. So I have some here and I'm gonna put that in the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit on. Ugh, I feel like it's gonna screw up my whole look. It's okay, it's okay. We're gonna go light. Okay, it is blending out okay. I was scared to try this the other day and I didn't, so okay. Well, you know what? That doesn't look bad. Am I eating my words? Because that doesn't look bad. I'm so shocked right now. I thought this was going to look like shit. And it does not look bad, and it actually feels like it's drying and like melting into that blush. Okay, okay, okay. Wow. Maybe I was wrong. Let me dip a little bit more because I want to put a little bit right here. Not too much, Shannon, not too much. I'll put a little bit on my nose and a little bit here. Oh, I'm so shocked that this isn't like completely destroying my makeup. It's really not. Okay. I do feel like though it's moving my blush around slightly, but it's not too bad. Like it's nothing too crazy. And I'm actually going to go in with that other end that I used to blend out, to use the blush. This end, I'm going to kind of go in and just kind of tap what I have left of the blush over it, just to kind of like blend it even more. And I want to add a little bit more right there. And I'm going to go over that with the blush side. Okay. Okay, I do really like that actually. I am so shocked right now that that looks as pretty as it looks. Okay. Wow, that's a lot better. It actually dried down better on my face than I thought it would, because I felt like this wasn't gonna, like it still felt tacky, but it doesn't feel that bad on my face. Like I can tell I have cream products on, but it's nothing crazy. So I might use this more. It doesn't look bad and it doesn't look like too glittery. Okay, maybe I'll pop a little bit of this in the inner corners too. This was the shocker of the video, guys. The shocker of the video. I was not expecting to like that because I wouldn't even play with it the other day. Okay, I'm happy about that. So let's move on because we need to move on. I think we've used pretty much everything. Yes, so the last thing that we need to use, I'm actually going to go in my powder brush a little bit. So the last thing I'm going to go in with is this Cherry Moisture Lip Glow from Etude House. I used to shop at Etude House all the time when I lived in Korea. I love their stuff. It's such a cutesy store. It's on like every street corner too. Like everywhere you go, you can find one of these Etude Houses. But this is a new like kind of gloss tint from them. It leaves the most beautiful pink like popsicle lips after it comes off. It's so nice. I'm actually just going to make sure I have nothing in the corners of my lips. And I'm going to put this over top of the concealer kind of or the foundation I have down. Isn't it pretty? It feels so good on the lips too. They had a few different shades. I would totally purchase more of these. And like when it comes off, it leaves this pink color underneath. Now, in my photo, I did have this on, but I had a lip liner underneath and a lipstick, so it looked like totally different, but isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. I definitely want to pick up more of these. I think this is the shade, what's this called? Cherry Moisture. So this one's, I guess, cherry. I don't know. I think there was other shades in this though, but isn't that really pretty? It's like glossy, but when it goes away, it's a lip tint, which is beautiful. All right, so I do have one more product. I lied. Where is that product at? Okay, so the last product actually is a mascara. This is by the Siam. I actually have tried a few products from them, and they have some nice products. I wasn't crazy about this mascara. That's kind of the wand. It's curved. It's supposed to be a volume mascara. I just found this didn't do a ton for my lashes. Like I had to keep, I'll actually come in a little bit closer, but I found like I just had to keep building this up and it doesn't really, I don't know. It doesn't do a lot. If you already have like a lot of lashes, I think you might like this because it does separate them nicely. I just personally am not like a huge fan of this. I don't know. I like something a little bit more impactful on my lashes. And this just doesn't do it for me. Now you kind of keep applying coats and it gets a little bit better. Like you can see it there now. I don't know. Can you see that? Compared to this eye, I think you can see it. So you can definitely see it, but it's just, I don't know. It's not my favorite mascara. I'm actually going to finish up my mascara off camera and then we will come back. All right, guys. So I went ahead and finished up my mascara off camera. Just to compare, this one is like $4 or something from Essence, the 24 Ever Bold Volume. I have this on and like, look how amazing that is. With liner, you can still see it. This is a really good mascara, so if you're looking for an inexpensive one, I would recommend this guy. I'm not a huge fan of this, again, if you have decently long lashes and volume, but other than that, I personally wouldn't recommend this. It's not bad, it's just not, mascaras are personal, and I prefer this one, and it's just as inexpensive as this, so just a comparison for that. But yeah, I think everything turned out pretty well. I really, really like this compact foundation. I like the powder. I think it's awesome. I like the brow product. I like this like cherry moisture lipstick. I like the jewel. I like the blush. This blush is awesome. Pick some of these up. I'm going to pick up more of these when I can. And the contour is actually really nice, especially if you are on the fairer side or lighter side. I think you would really like this. And this jelly highlight, which I thought was going to be not my favorite, actually quite nice. So yeah, I'm gonna actually keep using this. I am shocked at how much I actually like this product because I tend to not like jelly products like this, but that is freaking awesome. But yeah, those are all the products I think that I've tried. The eyeliner, I will say, was not my favorite, but it's not bad. It's just not my favorite. And like, my wings turned out fine. It just was a little bit hard to work with. I didn't show you the complete struggle I had with that product, but just so you know, I did struggle. But yeah, those are all the products that I received. Again, the hand cream I like. I'm not crazy about the scent on this one, but there are other scents if you want to pick up a really inexpensive hand cream. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's the end of the video. We made it the full way through. I hope this isn't 1,000 years or 2 hours of something that I need to cut out. I'm probably gonna have to cut out lots of this video, but you know, it just is what it is. I think the glow is beautiful, but yeah, I liked how everything turned out. If you do like this kind of content, remember, like I said at the first of the video, hit the like button, talk to me in the comments. Let me know if you guys have picked up any kind of K-beauty products, what interested you the most, all that kind of stuff. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!